Say what's on your mind. Speak loud from within. Make us sing along with the power of the pen.
Yeah.
You better hope we pray. Pray we find a better way.
We here. We here.
You better hope we pray. Pray we find a better way. I'm triggered. It keeps happening.
I think we're making history right now. The earliest,
We about to do this Grammy recap.
the earliest ever Estee Power the pen. The earliest.
Alright, what's good, y'all? Make sure y'all share this with your people, man. Make sure y'all share this with your people. Tell them to like it, share it. This is Root and Power the Pen. It don't get no better.
Don't get no better.
It don't get no better. I'm Melinda Michelle. I'm here for the recap. I love it. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Y'all doing good? I got my brother on with me. Y'all give it up for the editor-in-chief himself, Mr. Root.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is gonna be fun.
This is going to be fun, man. So your highs, man. So, I saw some of the stuff you was posting last night, and I chimed in a little bit on Facebook with you. Man, the Grammys, man, the 66 Grammys. That was something.
It was something.
It was
something,
right?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts initially, overall?
Okay, so you and I both we're music guys. So of course, Grammys is my day. I'm rushing home. I'm want to see the pre-show.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know they give out 80 awards even before the main show. So
easy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you want to I want to see all of that. And it's so much to unpack, man, because the Grammys, being a member now, you get a little insight on different things. And I think
I'm working my way. Recording Academy, hook me up.
It's
right,
easy. It's easy. And that's another thing. That's like people don't realize how, especially for somebody like you, who've had #1 songs, who've gotten, received ASCAP awards, like you're already in. So you literally need.
I'm just waiting on my confirmation. I already sent my stuff in.
It's easy for somebody like you. So again, people don't realize, especially when you're in the industry, how easy it is to become a member. You pay $100 a year, and you get, you have access to everything. So the thing is, a lot of people, they don't know this, or they do know, they just don't become members, and they complain later. And they you know what I'm saying? So
Sounds like America. Sounds like America.
Sounds like America. Thank you. You complain about Trump, you complain about Biden, but either you sitting on the sidelines, you're not voting. So it's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
You pointed out something that I thought about too while I was watching the award ceremonies, and we're going to talk about it as we break it down. You know what I thought was really interesting? What I thought was interesting was, wait, what was it you said? You said that some people who don't get involved, where they don't know, losing my train of thought just that fast because I was trying to remember it. You talked about something, and I think it was regarding, I guess, people's participation. What I thought was really great this year, normally they show a certain amount of awards during the show on TV, but then there's a whole bunch of awards that you don't see, right?
Correct.
But this year, I think they did really good at letting us know, like the people that received awards before, they even showed their videos and pictures during the show. So it wasn't like, hey, Mom, I won, but you won't see it on TV,
Right.
So I thought that was good.
And that's a step in the right direction. That's because of the president, Harvey Mason Jr. He's a brother. Yeah. Did he go to Berkeley, yes? I think he is. I think he's from Boston.
Yeah, I don't know that he went to Berkeley. I have to inquire about that.
I think he's from Boston. He's a brother. He's he's a songwriter
and producer.
And a producer.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
We can go down the list.
But you know, he can walk into a Wawa and nobody will know who he is.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And he's the president of the academy. So
and he's striving for diversity.
And he's striving for diversity. So yeah. I think, you know, and I don't you know, want to go too far because I know you probably have a curriculum or agenda, if you will. So I don't want to go too far.
It's cool.
But you know, even with what Jay-Z said, it wasn't wrong by a long shot. It wasn't wrong. And we've seen these things in the academy, you know, and at the Oscars. You know, Oscar so white. Then the next year they hire a black woman.
Yeah, I heard that too, Reese. I was wondering too, but go ahead. What's up, gospel music buzz?
What up, Reese?
Thank you for chiming in, bro.
What up, Sherwin? You know, the academy. We've seen this time and time again. But the thing is, it's like when you hear a Jay-Z and you hear something like that, and you're like, but Beyonce got 32. So really.
Okay. We're gonna get to it. I
don't want to go that far.
So let's do this. Let's talk about the performances. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So performances, some performances that stood out to me: Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs.
I think that was my favorite moment.
Yo.
That's my favorite moment. Here's why.
First of all, she sounds the same. She sounds amazing.
Bro, she sounds amazing. And listen, black, for the most part, don't crack.
No.
Her skin,
no.
She looked the same, only she just had gray hair, but she looked relaxed. We haven't seen Tracy Chapman in years.
Bro. And Fast Car came out in 88.
88, thank you. I told my wife, I said, man, I remember that I used to run home, that used to be on Video Music Box. And that was a pop song. And that used to be on Video Music Box, yo.
Yeah.
She looked amazing. Luke was just like, it was his moment, but it was just like her moment.
Yeah.
That was that was such an iconic moment.
It was a very iconic moment.
Yeah.
Kudos to the Grammys for that. I love that.
Kudos to the Grammys for that.
I love that.
And that's what you go for. A lot of people don't like all the other stuff, like, but that was a favorite moment of mine as well. Can I go to the pre-show really quick?
Come on, whatever, man.
Yo,
come on.
Oh, a lot of people probably didn't get to see it, but Kirk Franklin at the pre-show, shut it down. Melodies from Heaven.
Yeah, the medley, man. Yeah.
Oh, he had 6 minutes. People don't get that much time on a pre-show. He got a whole 6 minutes.
First of all, somebody like Kirk. Like Kirk. That's enough.
Crazy. I mean, it was he like they say, dumped the place. Everybody was on their feet, and that is the power of gospel music. And it needs to be more representation of gospel on these shows as well.
Yeah.
But again, it all goes back to voting.
Right.
Because like I said yesterday, Estee, you remember this?
Yeah.
At one point, the gospel categories, we had like 10, 11 categories.
On the Grammys.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. Remember, it used to be it used to be best choir, best choral performance, all of that stuff. And now we're down to 5 categories, and we're sharing that with CCM.
That's crazy, Haas.
Yeah. So, but again, it all goes back to, all right, y'all gospel people, y'all not members, then all right, we cutting these, we slicing them and dicing them.
One for you. I remember going to my first Grammy Award show, and that was with Bishop in 1995, and we won. That was when we won our first Grammy, but guess what? We tied with Milton Brunson.
Yes. I remember that.
Yo, we were sitting there like, huh? And they didn't call our name first. They said
they called Milton Brunson first?
They called their names first. And then they said our names. So our reaction was like, wait, did they just say? You know? But yeah, that was huge when they was doing choirs.
Thank you,
you know?
We all joined after that. Bishop was smart. Because you got that first one. I literally joined the choir that year, but I remember that. I remember it was 2 ties that year. It was another tie between Lisa Fisher and Patti LaBelle. That's it.
Are you serious?
It was 2 ties that year.
Have there been, like, do they tie anymore? I've never heard.
They tied yesterday. And it was a category I didn't care too much about. But they tied yesterday. So it happened.
I got to pay more attention because I was like, I don't even recall hearing about ties that much more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was tied.
Okay, so what did you think about Fantasia, man?
Fantasia shut it
Now,
down.
for
Now
me,
there was
that's my favorite.
yeah,
She killed.
those were the best two. Tracy Chapman and Luke and yo, Fantasia, man.
She's here.
Fantasia.
She's here.
Yeah. What I told Kim, I said, man, now is the time, Fantasia, for you to do an album. So next year, because that's what it is. If you ever notice, man, people who do these big performances and stuff on these shows,
they got something coming right after.
Yeah. It's like marketing 101.
Right.
You work on something.
101.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, because now eyes are on you. Like, man, you smashed it. And if we know what she can do. It was rumblings early in the week that Beyonce was supposed to do that.
Oh,
I don't know how true that is.
No, I think first of all, I think that was perfect for Fantasia to do that. She killed the performance. Vocals was ridiculous. The arrangement was ridiculous. The performance, the dancing, everything. And it's kind of good because she went straight from the screen right to the stage.
Yep, from the screen to the stage. And John, like John just said, John Batiste too. We can't forget about him.
Yeah.
Who's a Grammy winner for Album of the Year.
Yeah, and he came out with Ann Nesby.
Yes.
That was great.
That was great too. That's what I'm saying.
It was a little screaming fest towards the end.
Yeah, but listen, again, those type of gospel-infused performances, it always works.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about this, Haas, real quick. I want people to stop trying to get rid of gospel music and stop trying to get rid of choirs. Like they don't, they kind of act like they don't need and don't want gospel music, but they always got a whole lot of singers, a whole lot of choirs involved, a whole lot of churchy, intricacies in the music. And it's like, yo, come on, man, give us our credit. Y'all know y'all need us.
Yeah, I know y'all need it. Y'all know what moves.
Industry, y'all need us.
There will be no industry without church music or church musicians or church singers. There would literally be no industry. There will be no industry. There will none.
Be no industry.
So you can't get rid of it, even if you try.
First of all, y'all got all our musicians.
That's what
all right, next topic.
That's what I'm trying to say. And
there
will be no industry.
Joni Mitchell. Okay, so for me, that's a huge deal. Because she's a songwriter. An amazing songwriter, and she's contributed to pop, folk music. She has her audience, which
Joni Mitchell never lies.
Joni Mitchell never lies. Janet Jackson said it best.
Yeah.
Yo, and bars, man, like even the stuff, the way that she write. I'm a songwriter.
Her pen is crazy.
Yo, the way she writes, the stuff that she includes in her lyrics, like it's just something. It's something to take in. So for me, that was a huge moment.
And I think that was her first time
ever
on the Grammys.
Ever.
So she's never won a Grammy?
I don't know that she has not won or been nominated, but she's never performed.
She never performed.
Yeah. That's right. No Joni Mitchell slander.
That's the thing about the Grammys, man. Sometimes it just, you be like, huh? Like, for instance.
Let's talk about it. I know where you're going.
The Boss.
No
Diana
Grammy.
Ross.
No Grammy.
0.
Snoop Dogg. No
Snoop
Grammy.
Dogg. Ice Cube.
Nicki Minaj. No Grammy.
No Grammy. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Our girl, J-Lo.
Well. Listen.
As far as looks, she gets the Grammys. As far as from the BX, I know she gets the Grammys.
But
as far as that insurance, she gets the Grammys. I love you, babe. You know I love you. But
you already know.
My wife already know.
And my wife already know with Janet.
But yeah, I get it. No Grammy. No Grammy for you, J-Lo.
I mean, that's not that surprising. I think, Ephraim said she has a Latin Grammy.
Has a Latin Grammy? Okay, we won't discredit that.
And Diana Ross has a Lifetime Achievement Award Grammy. But we know what that means. We got it wrong for 50 years, and here you go.
50? Did you hear Celine Dion last night? Celine Dion.
I was so happy to see her.
Yo, she looks amazing.
She looks great.
She looks amazing. amazing. Whatever's going on with her, God, please continue to give her grace and bless her, because she looked like nothing was wrong at all last night. Like nothing was wrong at all. But even Celine Dion came out and said, I received my award from Diana Ross. My first award.
Oh, yes, you heard that, right?
Ross.
Yes.
And it's like, but Diana Ross never won a Grammy?
Crazy to me.
That is
so
really wild.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really wild. So again, it's so unpredictable, man. It ain't in the bag as people would think. Unless you're Kirk Franklin or CeCe Winans.
Right.
Or
it's in the bag.
Swift.
It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
They got some Grammy power.
What you think about the speeches? So Billie Eilish won an award, and I thought her speech was interesting because, you know, she's just off the cuff. She says whatever she feels like saying. My son wasn't too excited about her winning for she won for song. Wait. Yep, Song of the Year.
Yeah.
She won Song of the Year. And honestly, I have to say that when they played the songs for the artists that were up in that category, I told my son, I was like, those are some good songs. I actually like Billie Eilish's song, the song that she won for.
Barbie?
Yeah, man. I actually like that song. So, you know, I get it. You know, Molly's speech was hilarious.
It was.
I love the speeches, man, because I love hearing what comes from the artist, just like I love on my show and on my platform. I love what comes from them outside of their music and what we think about them. You actually get to hear from them and hear how they're regular people, you know?
Yeah, yes.
So
yes.
I
they
do
just like
the
you and I. They have insecurities. You know, Miley Cyrus, her first time winning. I didn't know that. You know, Miley Cyrus is huge. First of all, that was the first time I ever heard that song. Even my wife was like, you never heard this? That Flower song? That was my first time.
Our brother Trackfire just said something really good. He said, would her song have been that good if it wasn't in the movie?
No. And it's a story behind that. And her brother said it, that the irony of all of that is their father was a hardworking man who worked for Mattel.
Next topic.
So
you know,
like,
that privilege is something else.
I mean, I don't know if it's privilege. I don't know if it's a full circle moment. I don't know, like, if it's a tie-in, but that was just funny to me.
One hand shakes the other, I believe.
But wait, before you go next to that,
you
mentioned Nicki Minaj never winning a Grammy.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Grammys posted that she won when Killer Mike won? They said best rap performance goes to Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, and it was wrong.
That was recent?
They did it yesterday.
No way.
They by accident.
They did a Steve Harvey?
Did a Steve Harvey. Oh, the barbs went off. Because then it's like Nicki's first Grammy. No.
And she ain't get it. All right, a Recording Academy, y'all got to do better.
Yeah, that was
crazy. We can't have no Miss America pageants going on the Grammys.
Yeah.
We can't do it. All right, another speech. I know what they want me to talk about, but another speech. Let's go to Victoria Monet. She won for Best New Artist. I think that was well deserved.
Yes, I think so too. I figured she would. I wanted kind of Coco Jones, but then more I thought about it, Victoria Monet had an amazing year. Her album is dope.
Ridiculous.
Her album is dope. And I love to hear those stories. Like her speech, man, like
that's what I'm talking about.
I love that.
That's why I had to bring it up, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know, people don't just arrive, man.
So I don't know if you saw Victoria Monet's post after the Grammys. She posted, she reposted what she posted in 2013.
2013.
Where she said, I'm just gonna stay here and keep working until I get that Grammy.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty crazy.
And
pretty crazy.
Pretty much almost 11 years later, she gets it.
No. Okay, JoJo, her name was never announced. I'm saying what they tweeted. They tweeted that she won. Her and Ice Spice. They didn't announce it. They tweeted it. So you already know social media is bigger than what they announced on TV. What they
yeah, that's what Jay-Z said.
Yeah.
Okay, one more before we get to the main speech. I know everybody want to talk about. Okay, let's go back to Taylor Swift and Celine Dion. Now let me just point something out. You know, I'm the type of person, I don't have no idols, right? But I gotta give respect where respect is due. I'm just putting this out in the atmosphere. If I ever have to go up on stage and receiving an award, and D'Angelo was the presenter,
you might get lightheaded.
There's no way I'm walking up on stage and not going, yo, I can't believe D'Angelo is presenting me with this award. Or, yo, I can't believe that so-and-so, or Fred Hammond. I can't believe Fred Hammond is giving me this award. I can't believe that. Taylor Swift goes up and receives the award and made eye contact one time and like never even acknowledged her. Do you say maybe it was just a moment?
Ooh.
Or what?
You know what? So wait.
She never acknowledged her.
I didn't notice that.
Go back and watch it.
I'm literally just hearing this for the first time from you guys. And everybody's going crazy. I didn't notice it. You know why? Because I was so upset that she won for album of the year. I was so upset. So I didn't even notice that.
Yo, she came up on stage, she screamed, jumped up and down, she went and got her friends and made sure they came on the stage. Yeah. She barely gave any attention to Celine Dion. And at one point, she turned to her and looked at her and then turned back and was like, yeah, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And I was just like, first of all, Celine didn't have to get out the bed. she had to get out of her sick bed to come give you this award. Yeah. She got off of her sick bed.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. Because for her, right, I always like to play devil's advocate. For her, it's a thing of the pressure of winning album of the year again.
For the fourth time.
Time. And, you know, you feel good about it, but then, you know, people gonna be gunning for you. So you got all of that in your head. You acting fake surprise, I guess. You gathering all the troops. You going up there. You got a minute to talk. It could have been.
It could have been excitement.
Could have been excitement. And I feel like now that everybody's reacting this way, she'll probably say something about that. Because I'm gonna be honest, Taylor Swift, she supports. I don't see her being shady. That girl, at every award show, she gets up for everybody. She knows the songs. Right. She's a supporter.
That's fair.
So I can't see her being shady like that.
That's fair.
And I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift fan. Like her 1989 album, Chef's Kiss. Well, outside of that, not a huge Taylor Swift fan. But that's probably what happened. I can't see her being shady to the Celine Dion. Like, why? The
Celine Dion. The first thing I said, I mean, I watched the whole thing, and I watched it live while it was happening. So I was just like, you're not gonna turn around and say hi?
She said not during Black History Month. None of them are black.
You're not gonna turn around and say hi?
Yeah, because Miley Cyrus was hyped with Mariah Carey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you know, I'll give her that. Okay, let's go to the speech of all speeches. Jay-Z, man. And listen, okay, you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
This is why we here, bro.
Yeah. So you already know Jay-Z, my favorite rapper. Hov couldn't, for the most part, do no wrong.
Yeah.
And he didn't do any wrong yesterday.
Brooklyn Kim.
He said,
keep going.
Yeah, we know Brooklyn stand up. Yes. Man. So Blue Ivy was totally uncomfortable, I'm sure.
He put her on the spot.
I'm sure Beyonce was uncomfortable. It's something.
Defend our wives at all costs.
It's something that needed to be said, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But again, on the flip side of that, because you said, I always say got to be the devil's advocate, right?
Yeah.
Beyonce has 32 Grammys.
She does.
The most of anybody in history.
She does.
Right? Taylor Swift, I think now she has, I believe, 13 or 14. Right? 4 for Album of the Year, which she made history with that. It's like, how can you? And I know what you're saying.
I didn't say nothing,
but it's
yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, I get it, Jay.
Yeah,
but it's just like, okay, the next album she come out with.
Yeah.
What if she then wins Album of the Year? Is it then that pity thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I can't give it to her in 2025. I can't do that.
Right. So, and let's keep it a bean. Black people have won Album of the Year 11 times to be exact.
Okay, that's good to know.
So it's not like it hasn't happened. But again, it goes back to voting. It goes back to who the majority is. Do I'm a member. I know people who are members. I know people who are governors in the academy. All that. It's black people involved.
Yeah.
But the majority, like America, is white people. The majority, like America, is older white men. So when you got these people putting pen to paper, Taylor Swift has made the NFL a bigger conglomerate than what it is. Okay?
It's wild.
It's wild. The Taylor Swift factor. All she got to do is walk in a room.
So somebody just said in the comments, if Taylor was up against Beyonce, she not winning. I don't know.
True.
That's not true.
She's winning.
It's already happened.
That's the point that Jay-Z was making.
That's what started Kanye on this whole rant.
Yeah, that's what started Kanye. See, we thought Kanye crazy shouldn't have did it. Jay-Z just did it a little more eloquently. And you definitely didn't see that coming. And Jay-Z's sick and tired because he know his wife has more talent in her pinky overall than Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a bean.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is a great artist, a great songwriter, all of that stuff. But singing-wise, dancing-wise, we always got to do extra.
Right.
Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our time, hands down. Is nobody can touch the woman.
I agree.
But when you look at it, I mean, he's kind of right. I mean, but did she deserve to get album of the year for any of her albums?
So that's where I jump in there. That's why I jump in there. When you think about how many albums she's put out, and if you want to say that all of her albums were not deserving of best album of the year, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
But none of her albums were deserving as for best album of the year. I heard somebody earlier said the Sasha album should have been the best album.
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Adele said that when Adele won.
Yo,
she won album of the year
with
too.
with the type of response Beyonce got off of this last Renaissance album, I think even Renaissance should have been up there, at least nominated. And it wasn't.
I think last year was her year for that.
So maybe next year she might be in the category or something.
Beyonce
or was too late.
With an album for a long time now.
All right, let's talk about some of the things. I broke down Jay-Z's speech because I was just like, well, first of all, it was the first time I don't recall seeing somebody get an achievement award in the name of someone who's actually still alive.
Yeah, the Grammys did that last year. So last year was the first one, and Dr. Dre received it, and what they did was name the award after him, which is, again,
I thought that was huge.
Harvey Mason Jr., man.
He's making waves.
He's making waves. So we can be represented as African Americans because it's black magic. I love the way that award is black.
Yeah.
The color. And he used his speech for what he used it for. You can't be mad. Jay is the man.
He did.
Now, I'm curious to see now is how he's treated moving forward in the academy, and if he will be, blackballed or something like that for that speech. I don't know.
Well, okay, let me read you some of his other quotes because my next question is, does he care? Because he said
that was funny.
He did talk about how far we've come. He brought up the scenarios of when Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff won, or they were slighted, for the Grammys or whatever, and they decided to protest against the Grammys and watch from home, and which is funny to me. How people say, "I'm protesting," I'm protesting against y'all, but I'm gonna watch from home. That's hilarious. I thought that was great. He even did the same thing when he went up against DMX, and DMX did get nominated. They both had great albums that year, so I thought that was good. He brought that out. I also was wondering about the part where I thought it was very, very Brooklyn of him, as he was saying his speech, and people just felt like, we should clap. He said, no, you don't have to clap right there. He was like, I'm good. Like, you don't have to clap. That was very Brooklyn because it's like, I don't need your claps. Let me say what I got to say, and then let's keep going, right? Yeah. The last point he brought up, which I was like, or not the last one, another point he brought up, he said, some of you will go home. Some of you will go home and feel like you've been robbed. And he said, some of you don't belong in the category.
Oof, that's dumb, but it's true.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something That's something we say at home.
Yeah.
As we're watching on TV.
We call that kitchen table talk.
That's kitchen table talk. You don't say that in the mic, right?
Yep.
So I thought that was interesting.
Look at the people.
And
Tanya. No, Tanya's saying Beyonce has been beat out by Harry Styles, Adele, Beck, and Taylor Swift. Look at the people. Look at the competition.
That's competition. That's competition because those people have, it's almost like they got their own world.
Yes.
They only have they have their own world of supporters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. I get not winning all the time. Let's go to this. Because I think this was talked about and is still being talked about almost more than the actual Grammy show. Killer Mike.
I'm so oh.
He wins best rap song, best rap performance, best rap album.
He swept his categories.
And I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I even like Killer Mike's album, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I'm onto him that much to know enough to say if that was deserving. Brother Haas, you can chime in. I don't know if it was all deserving, although I think his album was crazy. His album was good, right? Yeah. And then, with all of that hype, with all of that excitement, because he got into an altercation with a security guard is like, oh, that's what we doing? I got you. As he's coming off the stage, yo.
We can't have a moment. I'm telling you. Being black is tough, man.
Black History Month is different this year.
It's different.
I don't know if you saw the post I put up. I put up Black History and I crossed out month. Because, first of all, I don't want to be limited to a month. You can't limit us to a month.
No.
We are Black History. And that, we can talk about that all year long. From inventions to creations to the contributions. Like, it's just so much.
Yeah, they definitely put a stain on his win. All right, so here's the thing with Killer Mike. And again, it's the Grammys. It's it's really about visibility as well. Because Killer Mike has been out for years, man. Never won a Grammy. I don't even remember him being nominated, really. But Killer Mike has one of the biggest podcasts, around right now in the culture. So
it's crazy.
Killer Mike is very, very much visible. That's what I'm saying. So when you visible like this, yes, drop an album. When you visible like this, drop an album with Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? Rapping. When he doesn't do that.
He's playing a flute and a guitar and the rest of the album.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So again, I'm out here. Y'all see what I'm doing. I'm visible.
Yeah.
I can promote my album on my podcast. You're going to listen. I got a all-star cast. It's a recipe for a win. Now, did I think he would win 3 times? Heck no. But again, that's dope. That's dope for Atlanta. I was so happy for Killer Mike.
Huge.
Yeah. And then to leave and then get arrested. So you, like Sean said earlier in the text thread, he was like, man, now he missed out on all the parties, all that shrimp and all that. It's like, dang.
No after party for Mike.
The party, like you took my moment away, man. Yes, huge activism work. So I think, that's dope for Killer Mike. I think they got it right. But again, it's those people, even those older white people.
Yeah.
Oh, Killer Mike. Yeah, I know that guy. All right, check. I'm telling you, man, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. So I was happy.
Another highlight that we didn't get a chance to see, we didn't get a chance to witness. It actually took place the day before. The Lifetime Achievement honorees.
Oh, the Clark sisters.
If I could have just been in that room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have, let's talk about the people because Harvey Mason, y'all did good with this. Good. You want to talk about diversity? Y'all did good with this. Recording Academy, bravo to y'all.
Lifetime Achievement was dope.
NWA, known as gangster hip hop.
Yes. They ushered it in.
NWA, the Clark sisters, Tammy Wynette, rest in peace.
Yes.
Country music, Gladys Knight, one of the
we took my grandmother. She had Park Casino.
Like one of the big mamas of R&B, man.
Listen, voice still like butter. Estee at that Park Casino, her voice was flawless. This is a couple months back.
That's crazy.
And Gladys Knight, chef's kiss.
Absolutely. Gladys and Patty is like until life is over. We on the stage.
Yeah, I should have posted it on my page. Yeah,
they're like we on this stage until life is over. Yeah. Patty and Gladys
killing it.
They
still.
Going.
Yes, almost 80.
Laurie Anderson, which is a pop singer and musician, and then they even got disco with Donna Summer.
They got it right.
You got country, R&B, gospel, hip hop, disco, and pop music.
Yes.
Like that's what you call a ceremony of diversity.
They got it right.
They got it right.
They got it right.
They got it right. So I want to see what the people are saying. What are y'all talking about in these comments? They did that well. Yes, sir, sir.
I was hoping Denise would have been there too. That would have been a great moment for gospel, for the Clark sisters, for all the sisters to be there.
All of them to be there.
I was hoping. And she lives in California too.
Huh.
So that would have been cool.
You think maybe she just wasn't on the stage, but she might have been in the room?
Nah, we would have saw something. I feel like
they would have posted that, right?
We would have saw something. Yeah.
Oh, let's pour one out for Denise. Pour one out for Denise. We love you, Denise.
Yo. Water for Denise.
She needs to be clear about her doctor. Okay, we got that's some intel. That's major intel.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Rankin. Yeah, so I mean, again, overall, I think diversity-wise, I think the Grammys got it right. I think they're moving in the right direction. Yeah. Right? There were a lot of highlights, some that we didn't even mention, that took place on the show. We didn't even talk about Brandy coming out there.
We didn't talk about Ty Tribbett.
To some reggaeton. Ty Tribbett. Big up to Ty Tribbett. Big up to Lecrae. Big up to Tasha Cobbs. Like,
wait, we can't skip over those.
We can't.
Really quick.
Like
really
that.
Quick.
Those are huge.
Yes, huge. So Lecrae won in both CCM categories. We can't just skip over that.
And
because
so why I think that's huge and why that's different is because you know what happened with him a couple of years back.
Right.
And how he had to draw back because he was like, yo, let me find out I'm finding out y'all just want me to shut up and sing.
Correct.
Shut up and rap.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, and then he lost his audience from 30,000 to 3,000, you know?
That's significant.
And for him to be in the CCM category, huge.
That's why that was huge. So not only did he and Tasha win for best CCM song, him and Tasha Cobbs, but then he also won for best CCM album for Church Close 4. That's huge when you're in a category with Lauren Daigle and so many other CCM artists and Maverick City. You know what I'm saying? So that was
I missed that. I didn't realize who he was up against. So that's powerful.
Yeah. So that was huge. And Ty,
bravo, Lecrae.
Ty that was a heavy category as well.
Yeah, and I saw Ty's. I was very happy for that though.
Yeah, very happy.
I was very happy for that.
Great album. This is his first win since what was the Greater Than. So big shout out to Ty, man. And because again, I remember, Stella's last year where he got like one award out of like 8 or 9. And Pastor Mike took all the awards. And I know what that felt like. Yeah.
Kudos to you. However, Ty Tribbett, I think he should have got a lot more than what he got. Okay.
But again, you talking about the biggest night in music. Yeah. This is huge for him. So I think this was
great.
I mean, number 3 for him.
That's good.
This is Grammy 20 for Kirk Franklin. Listen, man, that's huge.
I love it.
This dude is
I love gospel music.
He almost at Kanye West, Jay-Z territory. 20 Grammys.
Come on, Kirk. Come on, Kirk.
Yeah. So big wins for those guys. And but just to be nominated, like Stanley Brown to be nominated.
Say, Bishop, Stanley, Karen, Kiera,
that's all.
Jay Drew.
That goes hard.
Jay Drew, God is good. Bravo on your nomination, guys.
Yeah.
That's family too.
Yeah.
Big up to them. I think Mark Hubbard was on a compilation album as well that won a Grammy. Yeah. They won a Grammy as well. So big up to Mark and your crew.
Yeah. It was I think spoken word, right?
I think right. Yep.
Spoken word album. Yeah. So shout out to Mark. They were included on the Grammy. And that's another thing. And I think somebody posted about this. I guess through all the excitement, a lot of times people just like, we're Grammy winners. We won a Grammy, and then people really think you won a Grammy, but you're like a part of an album that won a Grammy. So a lot of people think because you're a part of that you won as well. But that's not always the case.
Not always.
Unless it's album of the year. So album of the year Grammy, like every producer, engineer, because it's a collective.
Right.
You get a Grammy, but for like song or whatever, it's songwriters. So it can get it's a little gray. But I mean, overall, man, it was a great night. It was a great night.
I thought it was good,
even with the controversy, because again, it's headline news, it's trending. But what I was saying was, from the outside looking in, from regular people, because Jay-Z, of course, he's getting a lot of flack. It's just like, how dare you? Your wife has 32 Grammys. Oh, cry me a river because she never won album of the year. And you got to look at that part of it too, because again, it's a system. This is a system.
It is,
and you're a part of the system, bro.
And you're a part of it.
Outsider.
Right, you're a part of it.
You and your wife collectively have almost 200 nominations. Like, so how dare you get on your soapbox on the other side of that and be crying? You got to look at
Michelle Obama won for spoken word, right? Audio books.
Shout out to Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
But it's like, how can you? And I gotta say this. Last year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And I went to a lot of shows last year. And Jay-Z wasn't at none of them.
I heard about that. How do you explain that?
How do you explain that? And listen, no shade. I love Jay-Z. He's on the wall. He's on the wall. He's on the wall. So it ain't no shade.
No shade.
But come on, bro.
Yeah. What?
You wasn't at none of the celebrations. You wasn't even. Grammy did a salute. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Harvey Mason. The Grammys did a salute to hip hop. Everybody imaginable was on that show. It would have been great to see Jay, but he wasn't at nothing. So again, to me that means you kind of removed yourself from a lot of the basic stuff, and you're part of the system, and that's all well and fine.
Don't complain,
right? Complain,
right?
You got to look at
about what you're a part of.
Yeah, you're a part of it.
You're a part of it.
So I don't know. And a lot of people saying earlier, I was saying like, will he be invited back? Or a lot of people saying, oh, he don't even care. I don't think that's true. He does care, or he would never said all of that.
Yeah. Somebody said he's created a category of his own. Do you think? Do you feel like he's above all of that, so he can say and do as he pleases?
You're not above.
Nah.
Because this is what made you. This is what made you who you are. Hip hop. Hip hop is what made you, Jay-Z. You're the businessman now and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But this is what made you, these platforms. So you're not above.
Yeah.
To even, Derek Jeter walked out on the joint at Yankee Stadium, and the crowd went wild. All he did was greet the crowd. I'm home.
Right.
Jeter's home. All Jay-Z had to do was walk out somewhere.
Yeah.
And happy anniversary, Cool Herc. I'm giving you your flowers. You know what I'm saying?
So Brother Haas says, what does his absence in those areas have to do with music being dismissed?
I'm just saying, I think it's all relative.
Because of the system.
Because of the system.
Yeah. So this is the thing that people, my wife said something too last night, and I felt the way when she said it, but I totally get what she was saying. Everybody really feels like people, there's no hard concrete evidence people are putting things together to make evidence, but they just feel like there's this Illuminati or there's this above precedence of something where these hierarchy people can snap their finger and what they want happens.
Right.
Right? So it's like, if that is the case, then aren't you a part of the thing that you're complaining about?
Yes. Yes. As crazy as it sounds, S. Absolutely. Because I remember JC, he had the most nominations with 444 and went home with none. He was 0 for 10.
So it kind of gives us the feeling of one or two things. That either somebody's like, nah, we can't give you that because it's gonna look too obvious, right? Or somebody here comes the Illuminati talk. I'm gonna keep it short, Kim. I'm gonna keep it short. Because I'm not one of those. I promise you I'm not. Black people can be successful and not be a part of it.
Pissed about that, Haas. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Blue Ivy was pissed about that too. And she was like 6 years old. She just looking like, come on. And he's like, calm down. That's what I told Kim. I said, she grew up in this. Like, she sees it.
He said it. Jay said it happens with Stella too. So some people can just be like, oh, we're not gonna give you up to that because that's too obvious, right? But then the flip side of it can be, no, they're not a part of nothing up here. We're up here. They're still down there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll give them the award when we want them to have the award.
Right. Because it's really like, hey, I'm a part of this system. Like, why my wife ain't get this album of the year yet? Like, y'all wildin'. We're a part. But again, you're a part of it, but you still black.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the and it's still our system. And Taylor Swift is 110 pounds. She's blonde. She's from the middle of America. You know what I'm saying? She's country. She's pop. She's rock and roll. This is what it is.
It's crazy because she came out country and then she left country, and they dismissed her because they was like, "You're not country no more." But she still.
She left. I think she left. She does things the way she wants to do it, and then she took back all her masters. She redid her music over.
Says she is apple pie.
She's apple pie, bro.
She is the American apple pie.
At the end of the day, Beyonce is candy yam. She's sweet potato pie. At the end of the day, she's still a sister. She's the greatest. Nobody can touch her. But and
she is Afro. She is. She's talented. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that when my wife said what she said, that's where I stood, because I don't like when people, and this is not to be a debate or whatever. I'm just saying how I feel. I don't like when a black person is really successful and wealthy, and because they're successful and wealthy, they have to be a part of something that's undisclosed to the rest of the world. It's like, why can't they just be good at what they're good at? And why can't somebody somewhere have felt that they needed to be promoted and projected into the earth, and they're doing something that is beneficial to some people? Maybe it's not beneficial to you, but for somebody somewhere, they actually are talented. They really do have an ability and a contribution to give to the world outside of being a part of whatever that
she is talented, yo. Like I said, that 1989 album, but I'm just saying in a bigger scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like if you Beyonce versus Taylor Swift, overall talent. Come on. And hear this. And this is the craziest thing. Michael Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Somebody like him was undeniable. So with Thriller,
still
they had to give it
still undeniable.
But look at the price he had to pay for all of that. Look at the price he had to pay for being the greatest. Because he bucked up against the system. Look at the price he had to pay, and ultimately happened.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
Where we are, and I need everybody to recognize and pay attention.
Thank you.
And pay attention. And I think these award ceremonies and these award shows are great, but they give you a glimpse of what really goes on behind the scene, and what some of these artists really have to go through, and subscribe to be who they are, who we know them to be. We only see a glimpse.
We only see a glimpse.
We only see a glimpse of what they go through and what they sacrifice.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a curveball. Because I was talking with Monts earlier today, and I thought about this. I'm screenshotting some of y'all stuff because y'all going fast. Has Beyonce ever performed on Black Girls Rock?
No. Come on. BET Awards, early on, they're above all of that stuff, all of the black shows now. They're above that. They're above that right now. And that's what I'm saying.
So you above. I'm not saying what you're saying is fact. I'm saying I'm hearing that as your opinion, right? But are you suggesting, and are we, because I brought it up, are we suggesting that
Thank you, Haas.
Black girls can't perform on Black Girls Rock?
Listen.
Only certain black girls?
Listen. That's what I'm trying to say. You get it's relevant.
Okay, Thomas, I see what you're saying, right? But she can't even do a video from somewhere like she did for one of them award shows and let them show it on the show?
Good point. That's a really good point. The production value. Can they afford?
They could do a video. They could do a pre-production thing and show a video. Didn't they do that for one of the award ceremonies for Beyonce? She was on the tennis court dancing and singing.
Yeah, they were promoting health.
Yeah, so I'm
partnered with Michelle Obama.
I don't know.
And listen, I love the Carters, man. Like Beyonce, I think she's sweet. I think she's a brilliant businesswoman. But they're very calculated. They're calculated because I mean, again, it's their brand. And Thomas said something I didn't think about. You know, a lot of those shows, it could be the production value, and it makes them common. Like, oh,
Reese said cut the crap.
On the BET Awards.
Reese said cut the crap. That's where they came from.
That's so 2008.
Reese said cut the crap. That's where they came from.
What? Melanie? Do they know Jesus?
Do they? Come on, Mel. So somebody brought up a good point too. So what's up with the voting for the Stellar Awards? Like, what's going on with the Stellars? How do we get down with the Stellars? How do we make? Well, let me start here. Is everybody still listening to gospel music?
Oh, you want to be here? You want to be on here another hour?
I hope y'all still listening to gospel music, cause y'all can't have no say if y'all ain't listening to them.
Listen, yeah, you gotta become SAGMA members. So it all goes back to the membership.
Yeah,
we complain from the outside.
I say, listen, do your due diligence. You gonna be on Google how to become a voter for these award shows. Google on how to become a part of who makes the decisions. That's how we change things. That's how we change things. Be a part of it, be in it, and vote.
Thank you, Patrice.
There's a lot of good gospel music out now.
Yep. It's a lot of good gospel music. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, man. Are y'all listening to gospel? It's so different now. And again, you know this as a songwriter, Estee. Them checks from 2010 ain't the same in 2024.
I'm gonna post something one day to show y'all. I'm gonna post something one day just to show y'all about the fluctuation of these resilience checks. The residual checks. I mean, the residual income.
A song I wrote, and I think it will be Gratefully Andrew Johnson. Now, I'm not a songwriter per se.
Oh, buddy.
It's a song I wrote, I swear to you, and I think it's dope. Like in 2001, and I still have it, and I got the music and everything. It's a sample, and I want to work on it with you.
No, Kim, I'm not going to post my earnings. I'm going to post my uniform from the job I got.
That part. Hello. Oh, Y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
I ain't gonna post my earnings. I'm gonna post my uniform from work.
Yeah.
Because it's people out in these streets that think because you gifted and talented and you can produce and write songs, you don't need a job.
Listen.
That's a whole nother podcast.
4 jobs. Call me Amon.
That's a whole nother podcast. They think, oh, because I can write songs, I got a choir, I got a band, I'm doing the open mics, I'm doing the Grammy pre-shows. I'm doing the Grammy pre-shows that I'm just gonna do this until times get better. Okay. You keep on.
You think I'm traveling the world off of gospel music alone?
You keep on.
You don't even get me started.
Listen, I'm sorry, it's in my blood. I'm gonna keep a job. I'm gonna keep a job.
We gonna keep a job.
I'm gonna keep a job till all I gotta do is hire people. Until that day comes, yeah. Yeah.
No. Don't be fooled.
Gross and net.
Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled, Sam.
Don't be fooled. All right, we gotta keep y'all too much longer. Thank y'all for joining us though for this. Yeah. This was good. This was good.
Very good. My first time on Power with a Pen.
Lies. You've been on here before.
I've been on here before? Oh, my second time. Yes. My second time. Yes.
Listen, I will forever be indebted to this man right here. This was the main conversation that got me to do this, that got me to come on and actually make this happen. And here we are now.
Yep.
Over 60-something interviews later.
Crazy ass. We were just talking.
Over 60-something interviews later.
He was like, I need a name.
Still going, I need a name.
Yep.
And Hot Shot was like,
I love it. And you doing great, man. You got some heavy hitters on this joint.
The glory, bro.
That Warren Campbell interview. Whew. Have you had Rodney Jerkins yet?
We're gonna talk about that. Listen, I won't give out all the spoilers, but I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm working towards an anniversary celebration this year. All right, I gotta find a name for my people, for my followers. Maybe I'll call y'all the Penmen. I'm not sure, something like that. Call it the Penmen, right? Something like that. I don't know. I know. That's why I was like, it got to be something that's kind of neutral. We're gonna work on that. Y'all give me some ideas for some names for my followers. But I'm working on an anniversary celebration, and I want to do it in person. So I'm gonna put out all the details, and I'm gonna let y'all know well in advance. And I plan to have a surprise, maybe 1 or 2 people on my panel at this celebration that I've never interviewed before. So
Power with a Pen live. Ooh, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah. What y'all think about that? Making this live?
I think that's really good.
We need to do it live.
Power of the pen. Say what's on your mind. Speak loud from within. Make us sing along with the power of the pen. Say what's on your mind. Speak loud from within. Make us sing along with the power